Hello again, everybody. We're on the air. We're live here with Out of the Baseball Park 20. Historical baseball matchups continue to roll on. We are at number 128 for you this time, and our recent series have been pretty interesting, very exciting. We've seen a lot of teams that have played their own franchise teams, but different seasons, and that is going to continue with this random draw. We have two athletic teams, albeit from very different eras and albeit from different coasts, one from the West Coast and one from the East Coast, as the Philadelphia Athletics moved out to Oakland in the 50s, and we're going to see a Philly team play an Oakland team here, albeit both athletics, one being a lot more successful than the other. So looking at these teams, we'll bring them up for you. So we can take a closer look, as we always do. The first team we draw are the 2009 Oakland Athletics, led by Bob Guerin. They won 75 games. Didn't really have a memorable year. They finished fourth in the AL West. And some of the names here you'll see. Typical Billy Beane team. Not much power, some speed, ability maybe to get on base a little bit. As you can see here, Mark Ellis got on base, probably the lowest of the group here at 305, but everybody else over 300 on base wise. But the other numbers maybe not as impressive. Kurt Suzuki, the catcher there, with 15 homers, 88 RBIs. He had a good year for a catcher. Jack Cust, he hit 25 home runs, 70 RBIs, but only hit 240. So Cust probably the biggest power bat here, but not that impressive, striking out 185 times actually. Matt Holliday at 29 years old. I'm sure you've all heard of him, but he only played in 93 games. Even 38-year-old Jason Giambi is on this roster, and he only hit 193. He struggled here at the end of his career. We see Orlando Cabrera, 34 years old, playing in 101 games. Ryan Sweeney. Rajah Davis here at 28, still 41 bases. He hit 305, probably, 360 on base, so he did a better job here getting his average up. Other than him, I think he's the only one that hit over 300. Adam Kennedy also in here. Mark Ellis, as we've mentioned before. So I even see a 35-year-old Nomar Garcia-Parra on the roster. So at 35 years old, he was part of 65 games. So you can see here the Athletics had some age on them with the likes of Giambi, Cabrera, and Garcia-Parra. But some talent. Kurt Suzuki, again, one of the better catchers and numbers you'll see from a backstop of any year, really. Nice year for him. But the hitting and the run producing probably wasn't a strength of this team. Looking at the pitching, not a lot of innings pitched, but that's not a huge surprise by a Billy Beane and Oakland team. With the analytics, they obviously use their bullpen a lot. The star of the team, you can probably say, is Andrew Bailey, who had a great ERA at 184 and saved 26 games at 25 years old. Bailey had a very productive year with 91 strikeouts. Michael Wirtz also struck out 102 in his work. So the bullpen very strong for the Athletics. The starters, Trevor Cahill, 10-13. Brett Anderson, 11-11. We have a 23-year-old Gio Gonzalez here. And Dallas Braden, another name you might remember. Gonzalez at 23 struggled in 98 innings of work, and Cahill and Anderson didn't even get to 200 innings. And they were okay for the era, but not dominant. So a lot of holes on the team. You can see here that the Athletics really didn't have that superstar that jumps out at you, but that's pretty common for Oakland. They usually build their stars and let them go. Something that's worked in different years for Billy Beane. But this team, not that much to fear. And to their unfortunate luck, they are going to play a world champion team and one of the better teams in baseball history. It's going to be the 1930 Philadelphia Athletics. And everybody remembers Murderers Row and the great Yankee teams. Well, right after that, and right in between some of the success of the Babe Ruth teams, was this Athletics team that won 2 world championships and 2 pennants in 29 and 30. And you can see a record here of 102 and 52, a very, very good team. Connie Mack put together a nice roster. I think you're going to recognize some of these Hall of Fame names. Mickey Cochran, just an outstanding player. Jimmy Fox drove in 156, hit 335. Al Simmons, 381 with 165 RBIs for Old Bucketfoot. One of his greatest seasons. You can see here the on-base percentage is something Billy Beane would be proud of. A lot of those over 400. And again, the RBI total staggering. Bing Miller drove in 100 as well. Not a lot of speed here. Jimmy Dykes, kind of a cornerstone to that infield, along with Joe Boley. Neil Haas and Bing Miller also out there with Simmons in the outfield. But the 3 stars for sure, Cochran, Fox, and Simmons. A very potent lineup, a very good lineup. Again, you can see here how often they got on base and how high the averages are for this team. But their star is their starter, the Lefty Grove, at 30 years old, won 28 and 5, 2.54 ERA, struck out 209 men, a staggering total in that era. Lefty Grove, you can make an argument, was maybe the best lefty of all time, one of the best pitchers of all time. If you get a chance to go back and look at his numbers, please do. But at this point in his career, he is just lights out and a very dominant pitcher. We'll see just how effective he can be. George Earnshaw, also 22 and 13, a good year for him. ERA much higher. Both those guys had over 290 innings of work. Rube Wahlberg, Bill Shores, also part of that rotation. Shores a nice season at 12 and 4. Jack Quinn and Eddie Rommel, some of the arms also used. Of course, the pen in those days not used very often. Pitchers would go late into ball games. So a ton of talent here by the 30 Athleitics. Definitely the overwhelming favorites as we head into the game engine. The first 2 games we'll head out to Shibe Park in Philly before we head across the country and across eras to the Coliseum. But I don't think anybody would deny that the Philly Athletics and Connie Mack are the real favorites here, with Lefty Grove, one of the true stars, taking the mound at least twice in this series. In Game 1, he's ready to go to start it off, and the Oakland team will send Brett Anderson to try to combat Grove. So this series is ready to go. We'll see just how much of a surprise the Oakland team can give us against the favored Philaelphia side. It's Athletic's history all over again. Athletic's past versus Athletic's present, you can almost say. So let's get this series going. Again, it's the 1930 Philaelphia Athleitics, the World Championship side, with 100-plus wins against the 2009 Oakland Athletics team, Billy Beane's team that struggled a bit. Let's see how things start off as we head out to Shibe Park for Game 1. So Game 1, top of the second inning. Cliff Pennington up there with 2 men on. There's a strikeout. Pennington is out. 2-2 pitch. He looks at it. Strike 3, and Lefty Grove now. 2 outs with Bobby Crosby up there, but 2 on, and Grove gets him swinging. Another strikeout. So the Oakland threat is quickly thwarted. We go to the 6th. No score in this one. Grove facing Ryan Sweeney. Grove, as expected, pitching very well. This one singled, however, in the left field. That'll bring up Kurt Suzuki. Suzuki goes on a fly to left. That'll be caught. 2 outs now. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Jimmy Fox up there facing Brett Anderson and a man on. There's a ball, so a walk to Fox. 2 on, 2 out. Mickey Cochran, the hitter. This one's hit on the ground. The second play is going to be made there nicely. Ellis makes it. Our scoreless game continues. We move bottom of the 8th inning, 0-0. What a game. Only 6 hits allowed in this game combined. Jimmy Dykes now at the plate. Dykes looks at strike 3 here in the 8th. That'll end that frame. We'll move to the 9th now. Suzuki, the hitter, against Perkins. No score. This one's lined into the gap. That'll get down there and shot all the way along. Moving to second base with a leadoff double here. Suzuki gets things started, and now a chance here. Jack Cust is up there. Cust will hit this one in the right. That's got some carry, but gonna be caught. Runner's gonna tag and move to third. So with 1 out, the first run of the ball game's possibly going to cross the plate here as Mark Ellis is up there against Charlie Perkins. There's a ground fly ball. That's going to be shallow, however. And the runner's going to hold. Miller makes that play, and 2 outs now for Scott Hairston. Hairston is going to pop this one out, and the Philly Athletics get out of that jam. So we're going to have extra innings here. In this ball game. Now we're going to move a little bit ahead of here as the scoreless game continues. We'll move to the 13th inning here. 0-0, believe it or not. And there's ball 4 as Sweeney walks to lead off the 13th. Unbelievable ball game. Still no runs scored. Kurt Suzuki now up there against Bill Shores with the man on. There's a strikeout. So 1 out now for Cust. Throw it up first, runner back. 13th inning, no score. Cust the hitter. There's a strikeout. Throw to second. Cochran's going to nail his man. And that's going to be a strike him out, throw him out for the Philly Athletics. And we'll move to the bottom of the 13th. Mule Haas up there. The starter's long gone in this one. Couldn't ask for more. This is grounded through the hole for a base hit. So a good start here for the home team. Runner on first. Let's see if small ball comes into play. Jimmy Moore, the hitter. But he strikes out. A big strikeout there, not able to move the runner on. And Big Miller now the hitter. Miller's going to go to center field. That's a base hit. First and second here, the winning runs in scoring position. Jimmy Dykes is the hitter. Big chance here for Dykes. He takes ball 4, and we have the bases loaded. Only 1 out. Philadelphia knocking on the door, and Al Simmons coming up there against Jerry Blevins, and there's a strikeout. Blevins gets the Hall of Famer right at the crucial time. And now it's up to Jimmy Fox here with the bases loaded. And he win the game. Strike 3. Blevins strikes out 2 Hall of Famers, Simmons and Fox, to end this inning. Unbelievable. We move to the 14th inning. Let's make it the 15th. Still 0-0. Bobby Crosby's the hitter. A game for the ages here. Crosby's going to fly this one to right. Plays there. Roy Mahaffey is the pitcher. Rajah Davis, the hitter. Davis is going to hit this one to right. That looks like it's going to be playable. It is. So that retires the side. We move bottom of the 15th. Willie Shang now at the plate against Brad Kilby. There's a ground ball to third. That's going to be playable. 2 outs now for Jimmy Dykes. Dykes is going to hit this one. A shot right back to the mound. Ellis is there. So the scoreless game continues. Will it ever end? We've moved, fans, to the 17th inning here at Shibe Park. Unbelievable. 0-0 is our score. Glenn Lieberent is on the pitch against Mark Ellis here in the 17th inning. What an opener to this series. Here's a ground ball to first. That's going to be playable and gobbled up. Fox makes the play. 1 out for Adam Kennedy. Kennedy hits this one in the center field, a base hit. 17 innings, and that is only hit number 7 for the visitors. Runner on second, 1 out for Landon Powell. Bench is getting thin. This one is grounded to first. Fox has it, takes it himself. 2 outs, runner on third. Bobby Crosby up there. Nobody's been able to drive in a run yet. There's a strike, and that will end the inning. Another strikeout right at the letters with the go-ahead run on third. Unbelievable. We're in the bottom of the 17th. Santiago Casilla in the pitch against Joe Boley. This is hit down the line. That's a fair ball. Boley's going to head to second. Let's see if he risks third. No, he will stop with the double. A leadoff double here in the 17th. Here now is Mule Haas. Haas is going to line this one. That ball might drop. It is going to get down, run around the third, run the plate. Game over. Game over. The Philaelphia Athleitics take it 1-0 on the Mule Haas single here in the 17th inning. What an unbelievable pitching ball game by both teams, but the home team takes it in an absolute marathon. What can you say? Ryan Sweeney went 4 for 6 in this one. Anderson and Grove pitched wonderful games, each going well into it. Grove going 8 and striking out 10. Anderson 10 strikeouts of his own. But the game ends all the way in the 17th inning. An unbelievable ball game, to say the least. Mule Haas with the winning hit. And racing around the plate was Boley to end this ball game. The longest game we've seen so far. And it was scoreless to boot. Great defense. Just a memorable game here in Game 1. But in the end, it's the champion Athleitics who take it. They win game number 1. Just curious to see just how long that ball game really took. That's what I was looking for. Here's the box score. 6 hours, 5 hours and 58 minutes to be exact. That's how long they were out there at Shibe Park. And the final will go to the home Athleitics, now moving to Game 2 as we catch our breath. Dallas Braden is going to face Rube Wahlberg. Hopefully we won't have to do 17 this time. We'll see what happens in regulation here, and we'll see if more runs could be scored by either team. The 29 Athleitics did play well in Game 1, but they want to get the wins. That's what matters. So let's head out live to Shibe Park as another game now is ready to begin after that amazing opener. Here we go, Game 2 from Shibe Park after that amazing Game 1. We're bottom of the first, runners on the corners here for Jimmy Fox. Fox is going to drill this one into the gap, so the scoring is going to start right off the bat here for the home side. They're going to get a run home on the Fox double, and it's 1-0 Philaelphia as they open that up here right away. We'll move to the second now. Big Miller with a man on third and another man on second. Ball 4 there, Tim Miller. So Braden's struggling a little bit here, and bases loaded now with 1 out for Jimmy Dykes. Dykes is going to hit this one to first. Play will be made there. Double play. Turn there by the visitors, so they get out of this jam, and the game remains 1-0. A close play at first on the relay, and moving to the third. Bishop up there with Fox on second. Braden delivers. This is hit to left. That ball's dropping. Quick, it drops in there. Another run's going to score here. Fox crosses the plate. Bishop a run scoring single. It's 2-0 now. 6-0 our score as the Philly side has opened it up here. We move to the bottom of the 6th with Fox now at the plate. And Jimmy Fox hit this one deep to center. Over the center fielder's head. Fox turning it on. He's got a chance here to do an inside the Parker, but he's going to hold up at third. A triple for Jimmy Fox. We'll move all the way to the 9th. Now it's 9-0. 16 hits for the home team. The visitors completely dominated here, and we have 2 outs here with Mark Ellis at the plate. 2 on the delivery. This is hit to center field. On the run, making a wonderful play there is Kramer, and this game is over. The 1930 Philadelphia Athletics completely control game number 2 from start to finish. And fans, they've yet to allow a run. In 26 innings of work, they have shut out the 2009 Athletics all the way. In this one, it was really Rube Wahlberg who was the hero. 10 strikeouts for him going into the 9th. Jimmy Fox broke it open early and didn't waste any time with this ball game. 3 for 4. He hit for 2 RBIs, a double, a triple. Muehlhaus also 3 for 3. He had 2 doubles in this one. 16 hits for the home side. They move up in this series now 2-0, and the 2009 Athletics have yet to score a single run in the series. They were completely shut out at Shibe Park, so they're going to hope for much better results here as we move to the Coliseum in Oakland. It's really going to be up to Gio Gonzalez to try to hold the fort, but more importantly, that Athletics offense of the Billy Bean era has got to get something going. A crucial Game 3 coming up. George Earnshaw is going to be the man on the mound for Connie Mack. And Game 3 is coming at you here quickly. Will the 2009 Athletics make a series of it? Are we going to have a third victory for the 1930 side? Let's head out now to Oakland, California for game number 3. So first inning here in Oakland, no score. Got Hairston at the plate. Hairston hits this one on the ground. That's the short relay to first. Double play there, but a run finally scores for the Athletics of Oakland. It's 1-0 now. They get on the board, and we got a nice pitching matchup. We move to the 4th inning. Home team up again is Kurt Suzuki. Suzuki's going to line this one to left field. That ball's going to drop in there. So the bases are going to be loaded here for Adam Kennedy. 1 out. Kennedy's going to line a single to right. That's going to get 1 run in. Another run on in third. He's going to beat the throne. 3-0 now the score. Oakland breaks it up. We'll move to the 5th. Gio Gonzalez has been pitching well, and Boley now is the hitter. This is hit to third. Play made at second. Relay to first. Double play. Nice turn there by the Oakland Athletics. And now we move to the 6th. 1 out, 1 on. Muehlhaus is at the plate. Haas takes ball 4. So with 1 out, a threat here by the visiting team is the dangerous Al Simmons comes to the plate. He'll line a single to right field. That's going to get down there. Run around in third. He's going to beat the throw, and it's a 3-1 game as Al Simmons comes through with a base hit. Jimmy Fox now the hitter. Fox is going to go up the middle. That play is going to be made. Relay to first. Double play there. So that will end this frame. 3-1 our score as we move now to the 7th. Cochran up here now in the 7th. And Cochran will line this one to the left. That's going to drop in there for a hit. So a leadoff single here in the 7th for Mickey Cochran as his team is down. Max Bishop now the hitter. Bishop will go into right field. That ball's through. Runner moving to third. So here come the visitors now. They got runners on the corners with nobody out. Infield in now for Joe Boley. Boley's going to lift this one to right. Coming on there to make the play. Sweeney has it. Throw to the plate. He's out. They get the man at the plate. Cochran, a delayed reaction, moving on that sac fly, and they got him. A big out there at home. So now there's 2 outs. Homer Suma's up there. And Suma's going to line this one into the gap. It'll get down there. So this will score a run. The visitors do get a run here in the 7th. 3-2 the score. Suma with a big hit. RBI double. Williams the hitter. 2 outs here in the 7th. This is hit to third. Past the third baseman. Run around in third. He's going to try to score. He does. Suma scoring on the base hit by Dib Williams. And it is 3-3 now. A tie game. A 2-out rally here by Philly. There's a strike, so the inning will end. But as we hit the stretch, the visitors come back here with 3 runs in the last 2 innings to tie this ball game at 3. 8th inning now with Al Simmons at the plate. Simmons will line this one deep to center. That ball's going to get off the wall in center field. A 1-out double by Al Simmons on a 3-1 pitch. He goes deep to center. And he now is the go-ahead run. Cochran at the plate, 2 men on. Kilby's the new pitcher. This one's lifted to left field, but should be playable. And it is. So 2 out now for Max Bishop. Bishop, however, goes deep to center. That ball's going to drop into center field. 1 run is in. Another man rounding third. It's a 2-run double for Bishop. And the Athleitcs have jumped out ahead here. Philadelphia, the 1930 team, puts up 5 runs here in the last 3 innings, storming back, and now have a chance really to put a nail in this series lead here with Bobby Crosby up here in the 9th for the home side. Their team down 2 runs. Charlie Perkins has come in to pitch. This is hit to center field. Playable. So there's 1 out. Good comeback here by Philadelphia. Ryan Sweeney, the hitter. Sweeney's going to line one to first, but right there to make the play is Fox, and that's going to do it. A great comeback by Connie Mack's team. They score 5 runs in the later innings of this one, especially with a big 2-spot in the 8th inning that broke a tie. Gio Gonzalez pitched well for the home team, but the bullpen let his team down. Max Bishop 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs, and George Earnshaw didn't earn the win, but he survived enough to give his team a chance to come from behind. Ernie Shores gets the win. Perkins the save, and this series is now 3-0 for the championship 30 team. Just as you might expect, they've come roaring back here after a game in Game 1 where they couldn't get the offense going, where it was a tight one. They did manage to pull it out, but now they've rolled 2 in a row after that, and it's 3-0 in the series. And now the 1930 Athleitcs are looking to end this quickly, to sweep away the Oakland side, and it's going to be Eddie Rommel who has a chance here in Game 4 to do exactly that against Vin Mazzaro. Will we see a sweep, or can the Oakland side actually salvage a game or 2 here and make this a series? We'll find out here very quickly as the series moves along to game number 4. The 1930 Athleitcs in complete control. Let's see if the series ends in 4, or will we see a continuation and a fight back by the Oakland team. Heading out now to the Coliseum for Game 4. Top of the first inning. Mickey Cochran up with a man on second. This one's hit down the line, and that's a fair ball. So Philadelphia is going to get up on the board first. 1-0 on the Cochran double down that line. Just fair. It's Al Simmons now. Simmons goes back up the middle. There's a base hit. So that now is going to load the bases here in the very first inning. And Max Bishop here with one out. And Mazzaro in a big spot here. There's a ground ball up the middle. That's going to get through. Base hit. 2-run score. Philadelphia's come out ready to close out this series. They've jumped out in front here 3-0 in the early innings. We'll move bottom of the first. Eddie Ramo now with a nice lead, and this one is drilled deep to right field. That ball's got some carry all the way to the wall. Looks like it's going to go home run. Scott Hairston responds here, bottom of the first inning with a 2-run homer to right center. It's 4-2 now as we move to the bottom of the second. Cliff Pennington at the plate with a man on. Pennington takes ball 4 with only one out. Bobby Crosby, the hitter. Crosby goes deep to left, way back there, looking up. Goodbye, home run, Bobby Crosby. He drilled a fastball, a 3-run bomb. The long ball here for Oakland is working out. It's 5-4 as Game 4 is put a bunch of runs on the board. We'll move to the third now. Al Simmons up there. Simmons will go up the middle with a man on. So already hit number 8 for Philadelphia. Max Bishop, the hitter again now. Bishop, however, can't come through this time. He strikes out. Oh, Boley, the hitter. Boley's going to go to right. That ball slicing. Here's the play going to be made. Yes. Sweeney's there. Bottom of the third now. 5-4 our score. Got Cusk at the plate. Cusk goes deep to center. That ball's got some carry. Looking up at the wall. Goodbye. Jack Cusk with a home run. Way out of here. 431 feet. The Oakland Bats have come to life. It is 6-4 now. And the inning continues as Mark Ellis is up there. And Ellis goes to shortstop. There's going to be a play made there. Double play it is. So Philly gets out of the inning, but it is 6-4 our scoreline. 2 outs now, top of the fourth. Jimmy Fox at the plate. Fox will go into the hole. There's a base hit. So runs galore here in game number 4. Both teams opening it up. It is 6-5 now our score. And Al Simmons with 2 outs and a chance here to do more damage. This is hit the third. Play will be made there in time, so that'll end the inning. Crosby makes the play, so our 6-5 game continues and holds here. As we move to the 8th inning, Max Bishop now facing Vin Mazzaro. There's a ball. Full count. Walk there. Bully the hitter. Philadelphia down a run. There's a strikeout. The 5th of the day there. Mool Haas now the hitter. Haas is going to hit this one to left field. On the run, slicing away to make a play is Hairston. Williams now up here with 2 outs. Andrew Bailey has come on. There's a strikeout, and Bailey throwing some heat. Gets Williams the strikeout, and that 1-run lead remains as we move to the 9th. Bailey's remained in the game. Can Oakland get their first win? This one's hit up the middle. Base hit for Philly. They'll get the tying run here on the bases. Jimmy Dykes will head to the plate. Dykes will hit this one to right field, but that should be playable. Over to make it there is the right fielder, Sweeney. A 1 out now for Cochran. There's a fly ball. That's going to maybe drop in there. It will. A base hit for the Mick. So runners first and second. A big threat here. Jimmy Fox now as Wirtz is the new pitcher. Fox will go to second. Turn's going to be made at second. Reed at first. In time. Double play. Ellis turns it from second base. And Oakland hangs on here 6-5. They win game number 4. Avoiding the sweep. And getting their first win of this series. Never too late for the Athletics of Oakland. Vin Mazzaro went 7 innings, pitched decently. Mickey Cochran 3 for 4, and Bobby Crosby 1 for 3 with a 3-run home run, a long one. And Oakland was able to hold on even though they were out hit, putting 6 runs up in the first 3 innings and holding on in the end. Wirtz gets the save. Bailey also was part of the bullpen action there. And Oakland saves some face by winning game number 4, forcing game 5. Of course, now in game 5, it's that man again. Lefty Grove will take the mound, who was brilliant in game 1. Brett Anderson, however, pitched the gem as well, matching Grove pitch for pitch in game 1 that went 17 innings. Let's see what happens in the rematch between the two here in game number 5. Lefty Grove tries to close out this series for the A's of Philadelphia, while the 2009 A's try to force the series back to Shibe Park and Philadelphia. So let's see if the Hall of Famer can get it done on the mound. Lefty Grove is the man of the moment. Let's see what happens here in game number 5 from the Coliseum. So game number 5, here we go. Top of the first inning, Al Simmons up there, and Simmons is going to go deep to right field. That ball's all the way to the wall. Looking up, goodbye, home run, Al Simmons. Right off the bat here in the first inning off Anderson, and that is a huge run with Lefty Grove on the mound. We'll move bottom of the second now. Adam Kennedy, the hitter. Grove delivers. Kennedy's going to line one to left. That's a base hit. So with 1 out, Oakland has men on first and second with Mark Ellis now at the plate. There's a walk. So the bases are loaded now with only 1 out. And Bobby Crosby at the plate in a big spot here to try to get Grove. Striked out, however. Grove gets him swinging. That's the second out of the inning, and it comes down to Pennington. Pennington grounds one through the hole, a base hit, 1 run in, another man going to score. He beats the throw. Cliff Pennington with a 2-out, 2-run single off Lefty Grove. That's why you got to love this game of baseball. Someone like Cliff Pennington gets a huge crucial hit against the Hall of Famer Lefty Grove. You never know how it's going to turn out. Jimmy Dykes now up here, top of the 3rd inning. It's a 2-1 ball game. Dykes takes a pitch outside. So Philadelphia with a rally hill. Mulhouse, however, will strike out on a full count pitch. He's the first out of the inning. Al Simmons, the hitter. Simmons will take this one on a liner, but it is caught in right field. Jimmy Fox, the hitter. Fox will go into left. Right. That's a base hit. That'll load the bases here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Mickey Cochran at the plate, 2-1 ball game. Cochran's going to lift this one to center field. On the run to try to make the play is going to be the center fielder. He gets there. That'll retire the side. Oh, Foley now the hitter. Foley hits it to second. Play at second is made. Relay to first. Double play there. We'll move into the 5th now. It's a 2-1 ball game. Ryan Sweeney up there with the man on. There's a fly ball deep down the line. That's a fair ball in the left field. Another run might score here. Runner holding up at 3rd. So with 1 out, Oakland putting a rally here against Grove. Scott Hairston, the hitter. Hairston is going to hit it deep over the wall, over the head of the right fielder to the wall. 2 runs are going to score. Hairston with a 2-run double. 4-1 the score. Just a shot to right field, but the infield in, and it is 5-1 now. Grove in all types of trouble. Mark Ellis is the hitter. He hits one that's past the second baseman. 2 more runs are going to score. 7-1 is our score. What an outburst here by Oakland. 7-2 our score. We're now in the top of the 6th. Harry Blevins has come on now. 2 pitch. This one's lined to a left field for a single. So the bases are loaded now for Philadelphia with Dib Williams at the plate in this 5-run game. Williams will go down the line. That's a fair ball. 1 run in. Another man rounding third. Dib Williams with a big double, and he's cut the lead to 3. A 1-out double down the left field line. And Philadelphia making a run back here. Jimmy Dykes now up there with only 1 out. He represents the tying run. Dykes, however, is late. He strikes out on that 1-2 fastball. Mulhouse now up there. This is hit. Nice play by the second baseman. So after the 3 runs cross the plate for Philly, Oakland gets out of the jam. We'll move now to the 8th inning. It's 8-4. But another rally here by the home team. Bottom of the 7th. Mark Ellis is at the plate against Jack Quinn. And this one is hooked down the line and fair to left field. 2 more runs are going to score. That's going to be a double. 2 runs in. It's 10-4 now. The home team, they are enjoying finally a day where they can score a lot of runs. Look at this, folks. 14-5 our score. Into the 9th inning. 2 outs. And Breslow, the pitcher. Strike 3. There it is. Game is over. Oakland bounces back in a huge way, winning game number 4 and game number 5. 19 hits against the Philly side. And you would never have guessed that with Lefty Grove, the starter, that Oakland would have 19 hits, win the game, especially after the way game 1 went. That is a final now. Mark Ellis 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs in this ball game. Kurt Suzuki 3 for 5, 3 runs scored. Cliff Pennington 3 RBIs. He was 3 for 5. Grove got hammered in this one, especially in that 5th inning. Anderson takes the win, and Oakland right back on their feet, winning 2 at home as this series now heads back to Shibe Park for game number 6. But one of the exciting things about Out of the Park baseball, it gives us storylines that you don't expect. And here is one. Al Simmons, the Hall of Famer, has been suspended, it looks like here. Simmons and his manager were livid at what both say was unjustified 3-game suspension issued today by league officials. Simmons was suspended for inappropriate conduct in the last game. He was ejected for arguing a strike call. The manager hooked him, and there you go. Simmons has now been suspended. And that's a big turn of events in this series because he's suspended for 3 games. Well, there's only 2 more left in the series. And the Connie Mack Philadelphia Athletics will be forced to play without one of their big stars, not because of injury, but because of suspension. You never know what Out of the Park baseball is going to give us. That's the first of its kind in any of our series. And it's a big name, too, that is out for the final 2 games. So let's see if Oakland can really shock some people and turn some heads. Can they win 3 in a row? It is now Dallas Braden that's going to face off against Rube Wahlberg. Braden just got hammered in game 3. Totally different story now. Momentum may have shifted. Shibe Park is the venue. Oakland failed to score a single run in games 1 and 2, but they're coming off of a 19-hit game. Let's see what happens. Can Philadelphia finally end this series, or is Oakland going to push them to the limit? Let's head out for the action in game 6. Back at Shibe Park, we're in the bottom of the 1st inning. Bing Miller, the hitter. Miller goes deep to center field. That ball's got some carry all the way to the wall and gone. Home run, Bing Miller, here in the 1st inning. So good start for Philly. It's 1-0 now. 3rd inning, Wahlberg facing Rajah Davis. And Davis grounds this one to short. Plays for the game there. So we're still now tied at 1. Bottom 4th inning. Foley up there with 2 men on. Foley hits this one to center field. That ball's going to drop in there for a hit. So the throw to the plate's going to be late, and Foley gives Philadelphia the 2-1 lead with a base hit. We move to the top of the 5th. Pennington up there against Wahlberg. Pennington hits this one deep to center field. That ball's going to get down all the way to the wall. It's going to roll. And a double here for Pennington, who's been having a nice series. He represents the tying run here. Bobby Crosby, the hitter. Crosby takes ball 4. That ball just inside. Dallas Braden, the hitter. Ball's down, but a first play will be made there. Runner advancing. Rajah Davis, the hitter. Infield in now. 1 out. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. And this is hit into the gap. Nice play out there by the center fielder, but a run's going to score and tie this game at 2. Pennington scores as Haas makes a nice play. It's 2-2 now. 2 outs in the 6th inning. Adam Kennedy at the plate. And this ball's hit deep to center field. That's going to get down. Kennedy drills that baseball. It's going to drive in a run. It's going to be a triple for Kennedy with 2 outs. At 3-2, Oakland takes the lead in this ball game. Wow, have they come to life in this series. We move to the 7th inning. Big Miller, the hitter. Miller goes to center field, but that's going to be routine for the center fielder. Davis has got it. Fans becoming restless. We're in the 8th inning with Cust at the plate. That is going to go into the gap. That ball's going to be caught. However, no, it does drop. A base hit out there. So 1st and 2nd now with 1 out. Kennedy back at the plate. He's already driven in some runs. Al Mahone, the pitcher. There's a ball. And that's going to load the bases as that's a walk. Bases loaded for Pennington. Only 1 out. Mahaffey's the pitcher. The delivery. Pennington lifts this one to right field. It's going to be caught. Runners cannot tag in advance, so the bases will stay loaded here for Bobby Crosby. Crosby's going to go to first. Play will be made there, so the home team gets out of that threat. But still remains a 3-2 ball game here. Bottom of the 8th. Jimmy Dykes facing Michael Wirtz. Nobody out. Dykes is going to line this one into right field for a leadoff hit. Jimmy Fox now the hitter. Wirtz delivers. Fox takes ball 4. So a good start here for Philly. In this inning, Mickey Cochran at the plate. Cochran strikes out, however, he was looking to go yard there. Chasing a bad one, and now there's 1 out with Max Bishop up there. Andrew Bailey has come in the pitch. Ball 4, Bailey walks him in all kinds of trouble now for the visitors. Base is loaded, Joe Boley the hitter. Bailey delivers, that's going to be lifted to right. Not deep, however. Play will be made there. Runner's got a hold. So Bailey now looking to get out of it against Mule Haas. Can he do it? Fly ball to center field. That's going to do it. That'll get him out of the inning. Easy play there for Davis. The 3-2 game remains. We move to the 9th. Garcia Parra's come in to hit. First we see of him in this series. Nomar's going to lift a line drive into the corner. That's going to be extra bases. So Garcia Parra with the leadoff double here in the 9th inning. Oakland's looking for some kind of an insurance run. 1st and 2nd, 1 out for Suzuki, the catcher. He's going to line a shot. That's going to get down to right field. Garcia Parra's going to try to score. Here comes the throw. It's going to be close, but Nomar beats it. 4-2 Oakland. They've taken a 2-run lead and get the insurance run they need. Bottom of the 9th. Now Andrew Bailey looking to close the door here. This is hit to short. Play will be made there for the first out. 2 outs now with Jimmy Dykes up there and a man on. Dykes is going to go to third. Play is going to be made, and Oakland has defeated the Philadelphia Athletics 4-2. The Oakland A's of 2009 have won 3 games in a row, completely turning the series on its head. They do it behind Dallas Braden here in Game 6, beating Rube Wahlberg. Bobby Crosby 1 for 2 with a run. Miller hit a home run for the home team, not to be, however. Bailey closed the door. And unbelievably, this series now is tied at 3. A heck of a series it's been. And Game 7 awaits. We've seen it all here. But a championship team now on the ropes, as Gio Gonzalez is going to face George Earnshaw in Game 7. We never thought we'd get here. We have not seen a team turn around a 3-0 deficit yet. We might see a first and a championship team falling too if it would happen. Truly epic. So fasten your seatbelts. Let's head out to Game 7. Will the Athleitcs of Oakland do the job against the Athleitcs of Philly? It all comes down to one game. Live now from Shibe Park. Let's go to the drama and Game 7. So time for Game 7 as we're in the bottom of the first inning. Runners on the corners for Mickey Cochran. 1 out. Cochran's going to split outfield and go into the gap. That's going to open up their scoring in this ball game. Cochran with a RBI double to left center field, and it is now 1-0 for the home side. Base is loaded now for Joe Boley. Still in the first inning, 1 out. Boley goes to short. Relay to first, double play. So the big rally doesn't come for Philly as they only get 1, and we'll move to the 4th here in Game 7. Tying run on third base. Earnshaw facing Jack Cust. In a big spot. Here's the pitch outside. So Cust will get on first base here with 2 outs. And Mark Ellis, the man at the plate. Ellis strikes out. Earnshaw with a big strikeout. So the 1-0 lead will hold here for the home team. We'll move to the 5th. Ryan Sweeney, the hitter, with nobody out. Sweeney goes to first. Whoa, there's a bad throw. Looked like a routine play, but the throw goes past the first baseman Fox. Sweeney goes into second base after the error by Boley. And now Crosby up there, man on third. 1 out. There's a strikeout. So Earnshaw picks up his team momentarily with the big K. We'll move to the 6th now with Rajah Davis leading it off. 1-0 game holding up here in Game 7. Davis is going to line a single to center field. So the speed of Rajah Davis, it's only the 2nd Oakland hit of this ball game. Will Shores has come in to pitch, and Adam Kennedy's the hitter. That is outside, so ball 4. Big spot here for Oakland as there's runners now on first and second. Nobody out for Kaz Suzuki. Suzuki's going to hit this one to short. Relay the second over the first. Double play. Philly turns it nicely. Runner moves to third. So Jack Husk up there again in another big spot with Rajah Davis 90 feet away. This is inside, though. They'll go past him and walk him. And Mark Ellis again up there with the chance to tie the game or more. Shores now delivering. There's ball 4. That one was borderline, and he'll go to first base. So Shores has walked 3, and the biggest spot of this game is right here. Ryan Sweeney up there, bases loaded, 2 outs. And this ball goes back to the mound. Nice play there by Shores. He'll end the inning, and Philly's holding on here to this 1-0 lead into the 7th. Jack Quinn has come in to pitch now against Pennington. Oakland just cannot break through. Full count now. There's ball 4. So again, flirting with danger are the 1930 Athleitcs. Scott Hairston, the hitter. Hairston strikes out on a high pitch, and Mahaffey with a big K. 1 out now, runner on second. Eric Pardon, the hitter. This ball goes to third base. On a liner, Dykes is there, so there are 2 outs now. Rajah Davis, the hitter. Another big spot. Davis hits it back to the mound. Play's going to be made there. Mahaffey makes it himself. We'll hit the 7th inning stretch. Still 1-0 here in game number 7. Oh, the pressure amped up. Here's Adam Kennedy leads off the 8th. Only 2 hits for Oakland on this night. There's a walk. So ball 4 there. Kurt Suzuki, the hitter. Nobody out. Lee Brandt's now pitching. This is going to third. Play's going to be made at second. Relay to first. Double play. Started out there by Dykes. 2 outs now for Jack Cust. Cust will go to center field. Easy play for Haas. So this 1-0 game continues. Mickey Cochran now up for the home team. Great pitching matchup, just like we saw in game 1. And Cochran's going to single here to get on base. Cochran's the man who drove in the only run, but we'll move to the 9th. Charlie Perkins is 3 out away from ending this series. Game 7, 1-0. The ace of Oakland have only had 2 hits on the day. Here's Mark Ellis at the plate. Ellis is going to go to third. Nice play there. Beautifully by Dykes. And they say they can't play defense in the old days. Dykes with a great play. Here's Ryan Sweeney. 1 out. 9th inning. Sweeney takes ball 4. So Oakland clinging to life here. With Pennington, the hitter. Pennington's going to go up the middle. That's a base hit. It gets through. Runner moving to third base. He's going to make it. Runners on the corners here. A big chance for Oakland right at the end. Game number 7, and they call upon Garcia Parra, who's up there with only 1 out. Nomar hits it into the hole. Base hit Oakland. Nomar Garcia Parra ties this game in game 7. In the 9th inning, 1-1's our score. Unbelievable. Oakland finally breaks through. Here's Eric Patterson. Patterson lines a single. That goes through. Bases loaded here. Only 1 out. It's all possibly falling apart here for Philadelphia. Howard Emke in to face Adam Kennedy. Kennedy flies this one into right field. Will it be deep enough? Runner's going to hold, however. So there are 2 outs now. Suzuki with a 2-1 lead for Oakland. At the dish. Emke's going to deliver. Suzuki will fly this one high in the infield. Play will be made, but Oakland scores twice in this 9th inning, stunning Philadelphia, who were 3 outs away from ending this series. Wasn't meant to be. Let's see now if Craig Breslow and Oakland can close the door. Mule Haas at the plate. Strike 3. Breslow gets him. Jimmy Moore, the hitter. Moore is going to line a single to center field. So Moore, keeping Philadelphia alive. He gets on base. Wally Shang now the hitter. He represents the winning run. Shang goes deep to center, but this will be caught. Should be. Davis has it. So final out here. Bing Miller, the last chance against Craig Breslow. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to third. Playable there at second. Series game over. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2009 Oakland Athletics have done the unthinkable. Down 3-0, they've come back and won 4 in a row. Put this one down in the history books. What a comeback. They knock off one of the greatest teams of all time. The 1930 Philadelphia Athletics are out. The 102-game winning team stunned by Oakland. Just when it looked like this was going to be a cakewalk, far from it. The series completely turns around. Oakland celebrating. Unbelievable outcome. George Earnshaw there pitching in this game against Gio Gonzalez. They were not part of the decision. Mickey Cochran 2 for 3. However, all of the damage and drama happened in the 9th inning when Philadelphia had a chance to end this series. And here you see it. They got the first out, then a walk to Sweeney, a single. We had then Omar Garcia-Parra coming through with a huge hit, and Eric Patterson as well singling. We had the winning run come in on a hit by pitch, and that was the difference. An unbelievable way to end Game 7. Unbelievable way to end this series. What a comeback by Oakland. Hats off to them. They get it done. And looking at some of the numbers here by the A's, who were so inept in the first few games, they came through. Adam Kennedy with 10 hits, 370 in the series. RBI spread out throughout this game. Brett Anderson, a great couple of games. Gio Gonzalez pitched very well in his 12 innings of work. Breslow ended the series. Great work out of the pen. Kilby and Lazaro both got wins. Wirtz also did a decent job. You see the arms that did it for Oakland, kept them in ball games. And for the stunned Athleitics of Philly, Bishop and Cochran playing well. Simmons and his suspension, a huge storyline in this series that turned everything around. Pitching-wise, Earnshaw pitched well. Lefty Grove, not as impressive. His ERA near 5, and he lost a big game, which was game number 5 in this series. So much more you can talk about here about this one, folks. You can watch it again for yourself. Unbelievable performance and turnaround in the series. Again, the 2009 Oakland Athletics stunned the 1930 Philadelphia Athletics 4-3. They win 4 in a row. For the first time we've seen it, turning around the series that was 3-0 for the losing team. That'll do it. Series 128 definitely will be a memorable one. Hopefully you stood with us through it, even from the 17-inning game we had to open it, all the way to Game 7. All worth it here. We have an upset. Probably our biggest one yet. Definitely our biggest one yet. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll be right back for more excitement very shortly. So long.